Hello, I'm Adam Newman. This is my official YouTube channel. Please subscribe and support the Young and the Restless Spoilers Wednesday recap full, the 11th of June, 2026. Oh my god, besties, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, a beautiful day to spill some absolute madness, and I am so glad you are here. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now because my soul has actually left my body and is currently floating somewhere above the Genoa city skyline. I was mid-skincare when this episode started, and I literally smeared charcoal mask all over my pristine white rug because I had to yeet my phone across the room. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what just graced my television screen. We're not just watching this show anymore. We are invested, and I am personally offended by the absolute cinematic mayhem that just went down. Grab your emotional support water bottles, lock your doors, and turn off your notifications because I am unwell and we are diving deep into this absolute dumpster fire of an episode. Let's just jump straight into the absolute train wreck that was the Shadow Room opening. Basically, Victoria Newman struts into this new club, right? She genuinely thinks she is just doing her little philanthropic, supportive family member duty by showing up for Noah Newman's big night. She's giving major, corporate, girl boss energy, probably wearing some impeccably tailored power suit that costs more than my entire life, thinking she runs the entire universe. She walks in with that signature Newman swagger, completely oblivious to the absolute nuke that is about to be dropped on her perfectly styled head. But wait, I should have mentioned this earlier, but Lily Winters is there. And Lily is straight up radiating that polite, condescending energy that only the Winters family can truly master. It is an art form, honestly. Lily is standing there, looking flawless, and Victoria goes up to congratulate her on Malcolm's surgery. Victoria's acting all high and mighty, doing that fake polite society voice, and Lily just casually, and I mean with the most lethal, invisible glass of Chardonnay energy I have ever witnessed in my entire life, asks Victoria if Victor told her about Chancellor. Bestie, be for real right now. The screen literally froze. I am not exaggerating. Victoria's face was a whole psychological masterpiece. She could not believe that her father, the great Victor Newman, who is basically on my do not perceive list right now because of his endless toxicity, handed over Chancellor to someone else without even consulting her. The betrayal, the sheer disrespect. I am literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about it. After everything Victoria has done for Newman Enterprises, after all the blood, sweat, and tears she has poured into that family legacy, Victor just goes behind her back? Unhinged. Like, can we just pause and unpack the sheer psychological damage Victor Newman inflicts on his children? He literally dangles these companies in front of them like carrots, pits them against each other, and then just hands the keys to the kingdom to someone else entirely just to prove a point. Victoria has sacrificed her marriages, her sanity, and probably her actual soul to appease that man, and he just signs a piece of paper and hands Chancellor to Lily. It's giving toxic patriarchy. It's giving generational trauma. And I am genuinely considering starting a GoFundMe for Victoria's future therapy bills, because she is going to need a team of specialists after this. Victoria tries to negotiate, which is honestly so unhinged and deeply embarrassing for her. She's throwing out counteroffers, trying to claw back some power, desperately trying to rewrite reality right there in the middle of a loud, crowded nightclub. It's giving desperation. It's giving, I am losing my grip on reality. But Lily just smiles. A literal, chilling smile that probably lowered the temperature of the room by 10 degrees, and says she's fine, and ends the conversation. It's done. Boom. Mic drop. Someone call an ambulance because Victoria Newman just got slaughtered in the middle of the dance floor without a single drop of blood being spilled. And don't even get me started on the vibes Amelia Heinle's eyebrows deserve their own Emmy for this scene. Her eyebrow muscles legit have their own social security number at this point. The micro expressions of pure devastation, the way her eyes darted around as her entire corporate empire crumbled in her mind, it was sending me into orbit. I had to pause the TV and just scream into a pillow for a solid 2 minutes. Oh, hold on, I missed a step. Right after Victoria stumbles away like she's glitching out of reality, Lily turns to Malcolm and is so proud that Victor signed the Chancellor deed over. And Malcolm is shocked that Lily trusts Kane Ashby enough to let him run the place. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but yes, Kane is running it. Victoria Newman just got the most earth-shattering news of the year from a woman she didn't even ask, and we have still not recovered from this. The fact that Kane Ashby, of all people, is going to be sitting in that chair while Victoria is left out in the cold? I am laughing so hard I am crying. Wait, backtrack for a second. We have to talk about how we even got here, because the pacing of this episode gave me whiplash. Earlier at the GCAC, Malcolm, Stephanie, Lily, and Holden were all hanging out. Malcolm is cracking jokes about teaching everyone how to dance, which is honestly so wholesome and pure. It was such a nice little family moment before the absolute chaos erupted. Holden says he has to go change for the club opening, and Lily is like, "Let's all go." Stephanie thanks Malcolm for spending time with Holden. It's all very sweet, very normal. But then we get to the shadow room, and the vibes are genuinely sinister. Like horror movie sinister. Okay, back to the main event. The shadow room is packed. The line is literally around the block. Noah Newman is a nervous wreck, which is so valid considering his family's track record with businesses, and Sienna Bacall is finally feeling something other than dread. They kiss. They tell each other they're going to make it. It's giving romantic triumph. It's giving endgame. They look so happy, and you just know the writers are about to ruin it. Then the doors open. Send help. Audra Charles walks in with Sally Spectra. And Audra just stops. Her whole body freezes. The entire club is a literal replica of the club in LA. The exact same club where Audra and Holden murdered Richard. Yes, you heard me. The exact same layout. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but the shadow room is basically a disguised crime scene. Who designed this? Did Noah just accidentally recreate a trauma chamber? The sheer statistical improbability of this is breaking my brain. Audra is standing there, and you can visibly see her dark, twisted soul try to leave her body. Sienna is bartending, and she looks at Audra, and the hostility is so thick you could carve it with a chainsaw. Sienna straight up tells Audra she must have a lot of memories of this place. The shade. The absolute venom. Sienna knows exactly what she is doing. Audra tries to deflect by bringing up Noah and Sienna's romance, trying to put on that smug, unbothered corporate mask she always wears, but we all know she is internally screaming. Sally is just standing there like, what is happening? And I am screaming at my screen. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with these toxic corporate girlies pretending everything is fine when they literally have blood on their hands. Then it gets worse. Holden Novak walks in with Claire Newman. Holden takes one look at the club and gets hit by the exact same traumatic murder memory. The flashbacks start rolling, and you can see the panic attack setting in. Claire, sweet angel Claire, who has already been through enough trauma to last 10 lifetimes, notices he is totally zoning out and offers to leave. But he insists on staying. I am literally hyperventilating right now. Why would you stay in a room that triggers your murder memories? Go home. Go to therapy. Get out of the club. And speaking of trauma, let's circle back to the absolute mess that is Holden and Audra. The fact that they are both standing in this room, surrounded by people drinking overpriced cocktails and listening to EDM while they are secretly reliving a literal murder, it's too much. It is genuinely too much. I had to pause the screen and just look at Audra's outfit to distract myself. She was wearing this stunning, cutthroat dress that screamed, "I will ruin your life and look fabulous doing it." But her eyes were screaming, "I am going to prison." The duality, the complexity, and Sienna just twisting the knife. Sienna is officially my new favorite chaotic neutral character. She didn't even blink. She just served a drink and served a massive slice of psychological warfare. It's giving unhinged interior design choices. The neon lights in the background were flickering in a way that honestly triggered my fight or flight. I was staring at a random cocktail glass on the bar for like 5 minutes, just trying to ground myself because the tension was too much. I went off on a whole tangent in my group chat about how the lighting director on this show is basically a psychological terrorist because the shadows in that room were making me deeply paranoid. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, let's pivot to society because I literally cannot handle what happened between Billy Abbott and Adam Newman. If you thought the club was dramatic, society was a literal war zone. Billy is just sitting at the bar, minding his own business, probably drowning his sorrows, and Adam walks in. Adam is supposed to be at some East Coast fundraiser, but no, he's here to gloat. Because of course he is. Adam cannot let anyone exist in peace. Adam starts bragging about how the Newmans always win. He's taking over the old new company, whatever, rubbing Victor's victory in Billy's face. They start trading insults, which is basically their love language at this point. 15 years of feuding and they are still at it. It's like watching two stray cats fight over a dumpster, but the dumpster is Genoa City. Adam gets all philosophical, saying losing made him think. He's trying to play the enlightened, evolved bad boy. Billy reminds him that there will never be a day they don't hate each other. And then Billy drops the nuke. When you killed my daughter, I gasped so loud my neighbors probably heard me. The room literally tilted. All the air was sucked out of society. You could hear a pin drop. And don't even get me started on the history between Billy and Adam. If you are new here, you need to understand that this isn't just business. This is blood. Delia's death is the absolute darkest, most tragic cornerstone of this show, and every time they bring it up, it feels like a fresh wound. When Adam mentioned that dream, I legit felt my stomach drop. It was so manipulative, so twisted, trying to weaponize Billy's dead child to prove some sick point about his own personal growth. Adam Newman is a menace to society. Adam says it's true. Then, this absolute menace, this unhinged sociopath, says Delia came to him in a dream and he used the pain to focus on his son. Bestie, I am not okay. Who says that? Who looks a grieving father in the eye and says his dead daughter visited them in a dream? My jaw was on the floor. I was physically unwell. And Billy's restraint? The fact that he didn't just launch himself across the bar and strangle Adam right then and there is a testament to his growth, but you could see the absolute agony in his eyes. Billy looks at him with pure ice, a look so cold it could freeze hell over, and says, I pray she never thinks of you again, and walks out. No punches thrown, just pure emotional devastation. Jason Thompson and Mark Grossman acted the house down boots. It was a masterclass in psychological warfare. I had to use my expensive eye cream to fix the damage from my real tears. I am calling it, the villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because I cannot take this anymore. My brain is visibly buffering, my soul is exhausted, and I need to go lie down on the floor and stare at the ceiling for at least 3 hours.